So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Math Kangaroo webinar. I'm the presenter, Lucia, and Maya is my assistant. Before we start our topic, let's go through some ground rules. Number one, you are muted during the webinar, and you can chat with Maya to ask questions. Number two, you will answer the questions through polls. If you couldn't see the polls, you can chat your answer to Maya. Number three, please check if you have the printed handout at hand. We will use them for the practice later. Number four, focus and enjoy the fun math. Now, I want to ask you a question. What is a Math Kangaroo? You know math, you know kangaroo, but do you know Math Kangaroo? The Math Kangaroo competition is a test. Now we will open the poll to ask you a question. Have you taken this test before? Can you see the poll? You can pick yes or no. If you couldn't see the poll, you can chat your answer to Maya. You will be muted during the webinar, so you can send your question through the chat. Okay. It looks like most of you haven't taken this test before. Now, before we start our topic, let's go through what is a Math Kangaroo. I will share some information with you first. Math Kangaroo is a test, but Math Kangaroo problems are not like these straightforward ones. Math Kangaroo is more like a box of chocolate. You never know its flavors until you try it. In school, you might can finish the problem on the very first try, but it not happened in Math Kangaroo at a lot of time. So you might forgot detail. You might not have any idea how to start at all. There are 24 problems on the test. The first 8 problems are usually easier. You will finish them very quickly. But the next 10 problems are harder. They require you to think carefully. To solve these problems, you might need to know some popular problem-solving strategies. Like draw a picture, work backwards, guess and check, make a table, act out the problem in your imagination, find a pattern, organize a list, logic reasoning, and write an equation. There are so many problem-solving strategies. How to use them? You will need this 4-step method. Remember, step 1. When you meet the questions, you need to read the question carefully. Understand the question. What did the problem ask for? The step 2, you will plan how to solve the problem. You will pick one strategy or more strategies. How could you tackle this problem? what do you need to solve them? Once you have your plan, that's step 3. You will carry your plan and use the strategies you pick to solve the problem. Write down your solution step by step. Once you get your solution, that's step 4. So you get the answer, but don't stop there. You need to go back, check, and reflect. Does this answer make sense? Can there be a different answer? Once you combine this 4-step method with so many problem-solving strategies, you can solve a lot of hard questions. Now let's summarize some fun facts about Math Kangaroo. Math Kangaroo is an international math competition. It's 25 years old. It was born in Chicago in 1998. It happens every year on the 3rd Thursday in March. It's 75 minutes long with 24 multiple choice questions. Maya is Math Kangaroo gold medal winner with perfect score. She will share her experience with you. Maya, please.
Hi, I'm Maya. I've been participating in Math Kangaroo since 4th grade, and now I'm in 10th grade. And so since you get a t-shirt every year in Math Kangaroo, I have t-shirts in many different colors, as you can see in the picture. And I really like Math Kangaroo because I've learned a lot from it, and I also had a lot of fun with it. And in the past 2 years, I got a perfect score. So yeah, and then so why I like Math Kangaroo? Yes. So I like Math Kangaroo because there's many different kinds of problems, and they're very different than any of the other problems I've seen in other math competitions or in school. So that's why Math Kangaroo is my favorite out of all the math competitions that I've done, because I think it's fun to think about the different problems and try to come up with ways to solve them. So some ways that I prepared for the competition, one way is studying with friends, and that makes it more fun because I get to spend time with my friends while I'm studying, and so studying feels less hard since I'm having fun. And also I get to learn from my friends that know how to solve different problems that I didn't know how to solve, and then they can explain it to me and I can learn new methods from them. And also I did many different practice tests before the competition. And when I got problems wrong, I read the solutions so that I could learn the strategies used to solve those problems and know them for the future. And I also did the same practice test multiple times so that the things I learned from it would really stick in my head. So doing these practice tests and talking to friends taught me different strategies for solving problems, like making a table, which is what you're going to learn today, or working backwards. And yeah. So my advice to you is have fun solving the problems and don't give up, because at first all the problems might seem really hard, but after you practice a little bit, it will get easier over time.
Yeah, thank you, Maya, for sharing. Yeah. Now, let's come to our main topic today. One of the most important math problem solving strategies. Make a table. You would ask, what is a table? Are these tables we are going to learn? No, not this tennis table, not this study table. What is a table? A table of information. It's a set of facts arranged in rows and columns. You will find the rows with names in the table, the columns with names in the table, and the cells, that's the main body of the table, you will need to put the information in. You can put numbers, words, and even joins. Look at this sample of the table. This sample has 4 columns. The first column, that's 3rd grade classes with all the teachers' name. The second column, that's boys, how many boys in each class. The third column, that's girls. So that's how many girls in each class. And finally, the last column, that's a total number of each class, the students. So you can see the top line, that's a column name. And you can see the very first column, you have the row name. The first row, that's Miss Smith's class. Next one, Miss Jones. So this is a table. And the numbers, you fill in the cells. That's all the information you put in. It's very clear with the table. You can see all the information. There is another kind of table. Look, this time I don't have the number filled in the cells. I have the tally marks. You also can fill in the joins. Here is another one. It's asked about the favorite color and food for many kids. So here we fill in the words. So look, for the table, you can put in numbers, words, or joins. Now, let's come up with a warm-up question. First, remember our 4-step method. You read the question carefully and find what question look for. Which plate has fewer apples than pears? This question from the Math Kangaroo Past Real Test 2009, number 4. Remember, we mentioned Math Kangaroo has 24 problems. The first 8 are easiest, and the number is bigger, the question is harder. So this one should be the easy one. Please check your handout. Yeah, you can make your table on the handout. This is the first warm-up question. I will go through with you how to make the table. I think maybe most of you have never made your own table before. Look this sample table. I have 3 columns. The first column, I put the answers in, A, B, C, D. The next column, I put the apples, and then pears. So I give you the example. For the plate A, I found there are 3 apples. I fill the 3 over there, and 2 pears. So please copy this table and write down all your answers. And then pick the answer in the poll. If you couldn't see the poll, you can send your answer in chat. If the poll blocks your window, you can use your mouse, drag the poll to side of the screen. First, you need to fill all the numbers in the table, and then you compare. You have to remember what the question asks for. Okay, 10 more seconds. Please pick your answer. If you have a question, you can send your question in the chat. Okay, let's share the result. Most of you pick the D. Let's see the solution. Look, this is a table I made, fill in all the numbers. The first one, apples more than pear, it's not right. The second one, they have the same amount, not right. The third one, Apples steal more. That's not right. So the last one is right. Most of you got the right answer. You are so smart. Let's see the next question. This one, when you see the question, read the question carefully. In which picture are there two more cats than dogs? This question is similar with last one. Please try to make your own table first. You have your handout. You should think about what columns and rows you should write the name. Since most of you haven't made the table before, I will wait for 30 seconds and share the table example with you. In this webinar, we don't have question and answer. If you have a question, you can send it in the chat. Okay, I would like to see the sample the table. So you can see it's similar as last one. If you make a different table, as long as you can get the information, it's fine. But if you do not know how to make a table, you can copy this table, copy the row's name and the column's name to your handout and fill in the rest of numbers. No worries, because you just started to learn the table. It's harder to make in the very beginning. Once more practice, you will get to know how to make your own tables. Let's open the poll. You can pick your answer there. There are 10 more seconds to finish this question. If you do not get an answer, you can make a guess. In the real test, if you really don't get the answer, you can make a guess. There is no penalty for guessing. If you guess, you might make the question right. 5 more seconds. If you don't get an answer, you can make a guess. Or if you could not see the poll, you can send your answer in the chat. Let's share the result. Look, most of you picked the D. Let's see if this is the right answer. Look, that's all the numbers I fill in. Make sure you have to fill the right number to the right place. Don't switch the cat's number with the dog's number. That will make the question wrong. The first is wrong because you need 2 more. The second, just 1 more, it's wrong. The C, that's 2 less. The D, it's 2 more. Most of you picked the right answer. Very good. Let's see the next question. One hen lay 1 egg a day. In how many days will 2 hens lay 6 eggs? They ask how many days. So you will make your own table first. Try to think hard what column you should make. I'll share a table example with you in 30 seconds. You have your handout. You just need to write the column name and row's name. If you do not know how to make the table, no worries. I will share the sample with you. Here is the sample table. If you make the different table, it's fine. As long as you can get the information right. If you do not know how to make a table, you can copy this table to your handout and fill in the rest of numbers. So this one, I make the first day, 1 hen lay 1 egg, and 2 hen will lay 2 eggs. So you need to come up how many days 2 hens lay 6 eggs. So we will open the poll to ask you to answer the question. We will give you 1 minute, finish your table, and pick your answer. If you really don't get the answer, you can make a guess. In the real test, there is no penalty for guessing. You make a guess, you might make the question right. If you don't make a guess, leave it blank. The question will be totally wrong. There's 30 seconds left. Please make sure you fill the numbers in the right place. Okay. Let's share our result. Yeah. So look, most of you pick B, 3 days. Let's see the solution. Look at the table. The first day, we all see 1 egg and 2 eggs. And the second day, so the 1 hen will lay 1 more egg. So plus 1 from the last time. So this one will be 2 eggs. And then for the 2 hens, the 2 hens will lay 2 more eggs in the second day. So you plus the 2 eggs from before, you will get 4 eggs. So far, it's not reached 6 eggs. We have to continue. The third day, the 1 hen we can say lay 1 more egg. You get 3. And the 2 hen lay 2 more eggs again. So plus the 4 from the past 2 days, you get a total 6. So remember, don't pick E because we don't ask you how many eggs. We ask you how many days. So that's, you need to pick 3, the answer B. So most of you are right. Very good. Let's see next question. Question 3. When Anne was born, Michael was 4. Now she is 3 years old. How old is Michael? This question also from the Math Kangaroo past test. Please try to make your own table first. Okay. I'll give you 30 seconds to make your own table, and then I will share the table example with you. So you need to think about how many columns you need to make. You have your handout. You can write the column name and the row's name on the handout and fill in the numbers. If you do not know how to make the table, no worries. I will share example with you. You are still learning. You will get to know it after you practice more. Here is a sample table. Here there are 3 columns. The first column, that's for the time. You see that's a before and now. And the second column, that's Anne's age. And third column, that's Michael's age. We need to find how old is Michael now. Please fill in the number in the cells. We will open the poll, give you 1 minute to answer this question. Okay. Let's share the result. Okay, let's share the result. Most of you pick 7, yeah? We can see before Anne was 1 year old. And Michael was 5. So we will say Michael is 4 years older than Anne. So now Anne is 3 years old. How old is Michael now? Michael's still 4 years older than Anne. So the 3 plus 4 equals 7. So most of you pick the 7. This is the right answer. Very good. So the first few questions, we make some easy one for you, but later you will have a hard one. I will give you more time to think how to make the table and how to solve the problem. So let's see the next question. Yeah, so this one, look, question 4. Adam paid $6 for 15 buns. How many dollars did Tom paid for the same kind of buns if he bought 5 more of them? Try to make your own table first. Remember, you cannot only write a number or word in the table, you also can draw the picture in the table. So this one, you might need to draw the picture in the table. I'll give you 1 minute to make your own table. You should think about what you should put into the table. You can put it into the numbers, or you can put it into the pictures. Okay, I will share a sample table with you. So look, this one, I put the picture in. There are 15 bonds and paid with $6. So Tom need to buy 5 more same bonds. How many dollars did Tom totally paid? So the poll is open now. You can pick your answer. If you don't get the question, you can read the question again. There are 30 seconds left to pick your answer. Okay, let's share the result. Most of you pick B. Let's see, is the right answer? So you will know 5 bonds you can pay with $2. If you look at the picture, that's very easy for you to split the money, yeah? And now you need 5 more bonds. You need to pay $2 more. So the total is $8. So most of you are right. You're very smart. Let's see the next question. So Maya made some questions for you. She will go through these questions with you. Maya, please.
Hi, so this question is, Piper needs to walk from her house to a town that's 16 miles away from her house. And in the first hour, she walks 1 mile. Every hour after that, she will walk 2 more miles than she walked during the hour before. How many hours will it take her to reach her destination? So now you guys have like 30 seconds to try to make your table, and then I'll show you mine for this problem.
Yeah, give you 30 seconds to write your table, rows, and columns name first. So read the question, think harder what you should make your columns and rows. Let's share the sample table with you.
So here in this table, there's it marks the hours passed and then the miles walked in each hour. And then you can find the total miles walked in all the hours up until that hour and including that hour. So I will open the poll now and you can try to fill out this table and get your answer.
Yeah. We'll give you 1 minute to fill in the numbers and pick your answer. There are 30 seconds left. If you don't really get the answer, you can make a guess in the real test. If you think the time is not enough for you to solve the problems, we will share the recording later, so you can look at the recording and do the question again. So we are going to share the result now.
Yes. So it looks like most of you are picking B or D. So now I will show you my answer. So for the hours passed, first, in the first hour, the problem tells us that Piper is going to walk 1 mile. And so the miles walked is 1. And then since Piper hasn't gone anywhere before, then the total miles would also just be 1. In the second hour, the problem says that Piper is going to walk 2 more miles than in the first hour. So we go from 1 mile in the first hour to 3 miles in the second hour. And the total number of miles walked after the second hour is 4, because that's the number of total miles walked before the second hour and the number of additional miles walked in the second hour. Then in the third hour, we're going to walk another 2 miles more than walked in the second hour. And so Piper would walk a total of 5 miles. And in total, Piper has walked 4 miles until then and then 5 miles in the third hour, so 9 miles. In the fourth hour, Piper would walk 2 more than 5 miles, which is 7 miles. And in total after that, she's walked 7 miles in the fourth hour and 9 miles until the fourth hour, which is 16. And since the town is 16 miles away, we are done and it would take Piper 4 hours to reach her destination. So now I'll quickly go over what is make a table. So you can solve the math problems by writing the information in a more organized format, a table. So this strategy allows you to discover relationships and patterns because you organize information in a logical way. If there's data associated with a certain category, it can be easily organized by making a table. And also, a table is more like a group of organized lists, so it's related to that strategy as well. So, like I said, this strategy overlaps with some other strategies, like organized lists, but also find a pattern, because it's often easier to find a pattern when the data is organized in a table. So the next question is, Leo is going on a boat ride. Every day he rows the boat 2 miles forward, and every night the wind pushes the boat 1 mile back. How many days will it take him to reach the opposite shore 7 miles away?
Yeah, please make your table first. We will give you 30 seconds, make your own table, and then share the table example with you. Please read the question carefully and make your own table. Okay, we will share the sample table with you. If you do not know how to make the table, you can copy this one.
So for my sample table, I have the number of days that have passed, and for each day I write how many miles have been traveled after the day part of the day and after the night part, and then the total number of miles that Leo is gone away from the shore after that day. And so now I will open the poll and you can fill out this table and then put in your answer, and then I'll go over my solution.
So read the question carefully and think what number you should put into the table. We'll give you 1 minute to finish the table and pick the answer.
So around 30 seconds left to pick the answer.
Ten seconds left. If you do not know the answer, you can make a guess.
Okay, so I'll close the poll and share the results. So it seems like most people are saying B, which is really close, but I'll explain why it's not quite in a second. So if we're filling out this table, for the first day, we can see it. Leo hasn't gone any miles before the first day. And then we know that every day Leo will row 2 miles forward. So at the end of the first day, Leo will be 2 miles away from the shore that Leo left. And then at the end of the night, Leo will have gone 1 mile back because of the wind. And so Leo will be only 1 mile away from the shore. Then on the second day, Leo will move forward another 2 miles and be 3 miles away from the shore. But at the end of the night, again, Leo will move back and be only 2 miles away from the shore. And this pattern repeats. So at the end of the third day, Leo will be 4 miles away, but at the end of the night, only 3 miles. At the end of the fourth day, Leo will be 5 miles away, and at the end of the night, only 4 miles. And the 5th day, Leo will go 6 miles at the end of the day and only be 5 miles away at the end of the night. But during the 6th day, it changes a little bit because after going 2 miles during the day, Leo will have already reached 7 miles. And at this point, Leo won't stay in the boat. Leo will get off and go onto the shore. And so we don't have to think about what would happen the night after that, since Leo will have already reached the destination. And so Leo actually reaches his destination after 6 days instead of 7.
Thanks, Maya. Let's see next question. In a certain number, the first digit is greater than the second digit by 2, and the second digit is greater than the third digit by 3. It is one of the numbers listed below. What number is it? So you can make your own table and list all the digits out to find which number is the right one. I'll give you the 30 seconds to make your own table first. And then I will share a sample table with you. If you do not know how to make a table, no worries. If you practice more, you will get to know. So this is a question from the past test, question number 19. It's a harder question. Now I will share the sample table with you. So look at the table. You can make your own table, or you can copy this table to your handout and fill in the rest of the numbers. So we will open the poll to let you answer the question. We give you 1 minute to pick your answer. Okay, there are 30 seconds left. Let's share the result. Most of you pick the B. So let's see the result. You look at all the numbers. The number 53 is not right. Yeah, the number, the B, 530, it's right, looks. But we have to check all the rest of the answers. You cannot stop here. So you have to check the rest answers, make sure the B is right one. So you can see the answer C is not right. And D not right. E not right. So B is right. That's the answer. So the first digit is 2 more than second, and the second digit is 3 more than the third digit. Let's see next question. It's a similar one, but it asks you to find more possibilities. In a certain number, the first digit is greater than second digit by 2, and the second digit is greater than third digit by 3. How many numbers are in all? Now you have to make your own numbers. Find all the possibilities. Please make your own table first. We give you 30 seconds to make your own table. So this one, we ask you to make your own numbers. Remember, you can start with the biggest digit to make your number. Now I will share the sample table with you. I'll give you an example for the first number. I start with the digit 9, that's the biggest digit. I make 974. So you can fill the table with the rest of numbers. Give you 1 minute to finish this question. And we open the poll to let you pick the answer. We will share the recording later for you, so you can redo the question again. There are 30 seconds left. If you really don't get in the real test, okay, 5 seconds left. Look at the result. Most of you pick C. There are 5 numbers. Let's see the solution. Yes, most of you are right. So we can see we make all the numbers until we start with 4. We get the second digit, but we couldn't get the third digit because you couldn't find any digits 3 smaller than 2. So we stop here. You get a total 5 numbers. So most of you are right. That's great. So we have 2 more questions to go. Yeah, Maya, can you guide them with
Yes.
these questions?
So the next question is, Anna has 1 5-cent coin, 1 10-cent coin, 1 20-cent coin, and 1 50-cent coin. How many different values can she make?
We give you 30 seconds to make your own table. So there are 4 coins. You remember how many combinations you can make.
Okay, so now I can show you the table that we have for this question. So you can divide up all the different combinations of you can divide up all the different values you can get into different combinations of coins. And we can look at how many we can get if we only have 1 coin, if we have 2 coins, if we have 3 coins, or if we have all 4 coins. And so we can count the number of ways that we can have each of these numbers of coins and then add up all of those in total. So now I'll open the poll and you have 1 minute or 2 minutes to answer the question.
You have to make different combinations, make a different value. Remember, they ask for different values. Okay, there are 30 seconds left. Yeah, we have 1 more question to go, so we might go a little faster. If you couldn't finish the answer, no worries, we will share the recording. You can look at the recording to redo the question later. Now let's share the result, please.
So here are the results. It seems like there's a lot of different answers, but most people are saying D, and D is correct. So I'll show you why. So if there's one coin, we have 4 different coins, and we could just pick any of them. So we could have 5, 10, 20, or 50. If there's 2 coins, first we could have 5 with 10, 5 with 20, or 5 with 50. If we don't have 5, we can have 10 and 20, 10 and 50, or 20 and 50. If there's 3 coins, then we're going to need to have 3 of the coins and not include the last one. So we could have 5, 10, and 20 and not 50, or 5, 10, 50 and not 20, 5, 20, 50 and not 10, or 10, 20, and 50 without 5. And if there's 4 coins, we would just have to include all of them, and there's nothing, there aren't different options. It would just be 5, 10, 20, and 50. And for each of these different combinations, we can add up the sums that we get. And if you see here, the sums are in red, and you can see that they're all different. So because we only want different values, if there were sums that repeated, we would have to make sure we only count them once. But because the sums are all different, we can just count all the different cases. And there's 4 if there's 1 coin, 6 if there's 2 coins, 4 if there's 3 coins, and 1 if there's 4 coins. And so in total, there are 15 different ways. So now we'll do the last question, question 10. So the sum of 2 digits, one from inside the square and one from outside the square, is greater than 10. So how many pairs can we make? And you guys will have like 30 seconds to make your own table.
So remember, they ask for the sum of 2 digits, one from outside, one from inside. So this is a little complicated table. This question from Math Kangaroo past test 2005, number 21. So this is a harder question. Let's share the table example with you.
So here I made a table where on the different columns are labeled with one of the 9 numbers inside the square. And the different rows are labeled with one of the 5 numbers outside the square. And then in each box, we can write the sum that we get when we add the 2 numbers, the one from the row and the one from the column. And we will need to count all the different squares that have a number inside them which is greater than 10. So now I will open the poll and you can fill in the table and then answer the poll. So we're running out of time, so I'll just end the poll here, I think, and share the results. So most people are saying E, and that is correct. So if we fill in all the numbers and we just add, and we add the number that's in the row or the column. For example, in the first square, there's a 1 in the row and a 1 in the column, so we get 2. Then we can count the numbers that are greater than 10. It's important to notice the problem says greater than 10, and so sums that are equal to 10, like 1 plus 9, don't count because 1 plus 9 is equal to 10, but it's not greater than 10. And so if we count all the sums that are greater than 10, we get 18 in total. So 18 is the right answer.
So this is a hard question, bigger table for you to make. So later when you watch the recording, you can redo the question again. So now let's summarize what we learned today. So what's a make table? This strategy is useful when you need to come up with many different possibilities. So make a table will help you to organize the information in a logical way. So make a table can help you discover relationships and patterns among the data. So the table looks more like a group of organized lists. So the table strategy sometimes overlaps with other strategies, like finding a pattern, draw a picture, logic reasoning, and organize list. So you might come with some more strategies together to work to solve the problem. So now let's see 2022 Math Kangaroo contest is coming next month. It's on the Thursday, March 17th. So you can visit Math Kangaroo website to find more practice material and solution videos to watch. So practice, practice, and more practice before the real test. So next Saturday, we have this is the last webinar day. There are 3 different level webinars. You can visit Math Kangaroo website to find the one to sign up. So the last thing, you will receive the webinar recording soon. And also, please fill out the survey to help us improve. So when we end the webinar, please stay a few more minutes. There will be the survey link pump out. Please help to fill in the survey. Thank you very much. Good luck for your the 2022 Math Kangaroo contest.